Deutschland! Deutschland! Deutschland!
Hüber, Sachser, hüber!
Oče, ti Nemci su šalje.
No dobro da tamo tjekaš.
La 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 la! Mo 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 mo! Auf geht's Dynamo!
Please welcome Team Germany. Tervetuloa Saksaan. The game officials for this game have been licensed and assigned by the International Ice Hockey Federation. Tämän ottelun tuomarit on nimennyt kansainvälinen jääkiekkoliitto. The referees
A lot of eyes on this young man, 18-year-old Yuri Slajkovsky, and much older Moritz Seider, all of 21, a candidate for Rookie of the Year in the NHL, a finalist for that award. Referees are Lassi Heikkinen and Linus Olin from Sweden. Hanni Sormanen, Emil Jylland are the linesmen. A lot of scouts here tonight. We've seen general managers around. The Slovaks boast 2 players ranked for the top 10 of the draft. Germany's got players already picked like Seider and Tim Stutz and others. And there's Craig Ramsey, who guided Slovakia to a bronze medal at the Olympic Games, a remarkable accomplishment that makes him a national hero. Tony Soderholm, in his 3rd year as the head coach of the national team, played for 14 years in this building as a defenseman for IFK Helsinki. He is a Finn with some ties to North America, with the high school there, and went to UMass. There's the captain, Tomáš Tatar. This is a bubbling cauldron tonight of vocal fans from Germany and Slovakia.
You love it. You love the energy. You can hear it, you can feel it sitting up here in the stands. You can feel it down on the ice as well.
Slovaks go back to Patrick Rybar, the 28-year-old, had 2 goals against on 18 shots against France. Philipp Grubauer comes right back for Germany, allowed 5 on 27 in the loss to Canada.
A little surprising, they went back to Grubauer right away. They got Niederreiter, who's a pretty accomplished goalie available to them, but they're going to go with the NHL star.
And Niederberger was the goaltender who defeated, or played against the Slovaks rather, in the playoff round in Beijing. Took the 4-0 loss.
This game feels important, which is good.
Yeah, it's early. It's only day 2, but these are 2 good teams. They've got a lot of the players that they wanted. They've got a lot of Olympic experience on both sides, national team experience, and some kids who are electrifying this tournament. And we're underway. Slovakia, the home team, has the last change. Miroslav Rozandek sends it back down. Here's Christoph after it. Poke free by Marcel Nobles, who throws that rink wide. And picked up by the veteran Korbinian Holzer. Feeds it back down to the Slovak zone. Tatar has a quick look. And Tatar throws that back for Christoph. Busting out with Lantoshi. Michal Christoph works in. Centers the pass, and Lantoshi couldn't quite reach that aerial pass. As the Slovaks make a quick change. Jonas Müller for Moritz Seider, who was the top defenseman in this tournament last year. The same year he was named the Swedish League Defenseman of the Year. At age 21, he's already amassing quite a trophy collection. And
probably gonna add 1 more in a few weeks.
The odds-on favorite to be named the Norris, the Calder Trophy winners. He'll
get the Norris eventually. It's not this year.
Seider led all rookies in ice time this year. Now it's stolen away, and a chance at the side of the goal. A little backhand shot taken by Regenda. Now back at the point, Janešek works it and shoots. Grubauer makes the stop and hangs on.
One of the things you love about Mo Seider is he always makes plays. He doesn't want to just shoot it up the board, shoot it off the glass. Sometimes what goes wrong there is Regenda closes up his 5-hole quickly on Seider and able to attack the net. He's looking past here, gets around the poke check, puck just bobbles over top of his stick, or that would have been a very good chance for Regenda, who scored in the first game.
And an empty net goal for the Slovaks in the bronze medal game at the Olympics. It was the win against Germany that really kick-started the Slovak run, as Grubauer stops that shot from Janešek. It was in the qualification round after the preliminary round. They won that. They went on to the quarters. And beat the United States in a shootout. Now a chance at the side of the goal for Schmaltz. Back at the point. Wisman for Wagner. That's knocked away. Fabio Wagner shoots. That's kicked away by Rebar.
Done by Rebar, fighting through the traffic to find the pucks on those dangerous-looking wristers. Not just getting down, hoping it hits them, but working to see it all the way through.
Germans had an intense hour-long practice on Thursday, and they focused on aggressiveness, forechecking, battle drills. It was a strange day before the game practice, a little more intense than you might be used to, but the German League playoffs just ended last week. Berlin won another championship. That's back-to-back titles for the Polar Bears of Berlin. Lischke with a quick shot. Grubauer save. Rebound. That's pounded on goal. As Daniel Gahulevich got that shot away. And he's stopped by Grubauer.
I like the decision by Lischke to attack the net. He has the puck on the goal line after a good forecheck turns it over to him. And instead of trying to force a pass, he tries to go with a no-look shot on Grubauer. Rebound comes right up for a one-timer. And that's a controlled push from Grubauer. He gets across and gets square, stays square. Look at the fish book. Oh, back heel. That was a nice offensive play with the, not surprising, a German might be proficient with his feet.
Christoph drops it back. It's chipped ahead by Teresnak for the Slovaks. Knocked down for the moment by Nobles. Seider has that chip by him and back down to the German zone. Moritz Müller up for Moritz Seider. Lead pass to Elish. Dash and Elish got spun around. Loose puck scooped up and brought up by Milos Roman.
Oh, look out.
He just missed there by Wagner.
Oh, right.
Regenda.
That's we call that a suicide pass. Put it right into a dangerous spot. Wagner stepping up.
Stutzla flips it back down to the Slovak zone. Tim Stutzla, 2 assists in that loss to Canada. And the Canadian players took plenty of runs at him.
When you're a good player, you're going to get the target. He's a target every time he plays with Ottawa, every time he plays for Germany. And this could have been way worse if a different player at a different time. Curling up, he reads it, and Wagner is not the biggest guy, only 6 feet 185. If he's 6'4", 220, look out.
Yeah, that's what Regenda is.
And that's probably why he was able to withstand that contact. But as a defenseman, you see that guy curling and the defenseman with that gap, you can't pass on the puck there.
Jonas Müller, long shot that deflected, and again through the traffic. Rebar makes the stop.
Good job getting it through. There's all kinds of bodies trying to get and block the shot. At the point, block the shot down by the hash marks, and Müller able to drag, release, and Rebar has been sharp to start the game.
Rebar had the shutout in the bronze medal game against the Swedes. Led the tournament with a .966 save percentage.
It's all right. 29 of 30 every game. Take that.
Luther had the wall seal on him, so he pokes it back to Janacek. Jonas Müller had that poked away. Fishbuck drops it back to Holzer. Takes a return pass from Jonas Müller. And now banked back across. Holzer also made the tournament all-star team last year. Oh, look out. German stepped up hard on Schmaltz and knocked him down.
I think Schmaltz hit his face on the ice.
Yeah, Martin
on the
German
way down.
sent Schmaltz down.
I think he's okay, but he got a little damage maybe to his teeth.
German with a big hit there for the Slovaks. A lot of intensity between these two.
I love it. Stepping up all over the ice.
Bouncy puck loose on the side. Look, they bang away at it. And a great chance there for Alexander Ale. Right down the end of the rink where the German fans are standing and clapping. Ale peels back. Bittner long shot. That deflects wide. picked off and brought up by Takac. And ahead comes Liška. Adam Liška works it on Bittner. Liška stays on it. Slides that back, and the long shot hit a leg. Grubauer can't find it as that point shot from Mihaly Ivan hit a leg in front. In comes Visman. Rolls that wide of the goal. Back at the point is Moritz Müller. Long-time Cologne Shark. And the lead pass from Antoshi broken up by Moritz Müller. That goes off the linesman, bounces right back in the slot. Now Müller shoots. Knocked away by Rebar. At the side of the goal, brought up by Michaelis. And Mark Michaelis has it turned away. Now shot goes wide of the goal. Total. Rolled that wide. Now winding out is Regenda.
And we're 7 minutes in. You haven't said Slafkovsky.
And he's on the ice now as we're going to get that shot away. But so far, lots of hits, no goals here in the first period. There is Tomáš Tatar playing in his 10th international tournament for the Slovaks. 2 World Juniors, his 6th World Championship. He's also played the World Cup of Hockey and the Olympics back in 2014 in Sochi. He so wanted to get another chance. The Slovaks had to qualify for the Beijing Olympics because China was added as the host country automatically. That took 1 spot away from the top 8 in the IIHF rankings. So the Slovaks were 9th. Look out, that went off a skate right down to Grubauer, but the Slovaks were ranked 9th, so they wound up in the qualifying tournament. Got in and got a bronze medal.
Right now, this game feels like being played on overdrive. Everyone just wants to run into each other, bang someone, hit something. Hasn't really settled into playing with the puck the way they want.
In comes Slafkovsky, shoots and whistled that high and wide. Nemitz fires, so the other top 10 draft prospect, Nemitz, has it eaten up by Grubauer.
Grubauer there shaking his head at Wagner, saying, you know what, if you're going to stand in there, got to get out of my way so I can see it. Here's Slafkovsky, head of steam. He's a sneaky good skater for 6'4", 215 at his age. Powerful stride.
And there is Kent Hughes, the general manager of the Montreal Canadiens. He's here along with team president Jeff Gordon. Not the only GM we've seen.
No,
Chuck Fletcher, the Flyers, is here. Pierre Dorian from Ottawa is here.
They're watching Nemitz. They're watching Slafkovsky live. And this is a better test for them against Germany.
Right.
Tougher opponent.
They're watching David Jiricek from the Czech Republic today. Scored a goal. Jiricek's a defenseman. Nemitz is a likely top 10 pick. So is Jiricek. They're both defensemen. Slafkovsky's probably worked his way into the top 5. And maybe even into a tighter sliver than that. Now a chance for Leubel. He miscued that wide. Pospisil.
Pass.
Moves that ahead and finds Lunter with it. Lunter, with the puck at his feet, needs a change and flips it back down. So you finally get the puck out of your zone at center ice and you're at the end of a shift and you got to get off.
The rinse cycle. Defend, defend. clear it out, change, defend, defend. Not a good sequence to get into.
Moritz Seider out to center ice. And Takac sends it back in. Grubauer wheels it around. And a glove down by German. With that thundering hit on Schmaltz earlier. Wheeled back at the point, Janešek. Steps around Kastner. Janešek walks right in and shoots, and Grubauer makes the stop. Takac steps up as well to seal the wall. Kicking at it is Minarek. Now back at the point, German shoots, whistled that high.
Heads up.
Look out.
Lishka's like, hang on now. You can't buzz the tower arm at the hash marks.
Neal gathers it back up. He got crunched there by Lishka. And now there's a jousting match in front of the German bench.
There's about 20 guys on the ice, it seemed, right there. Wholesale changes for everybody.
And there's no barrier between the two benches. The backup goalies are basically sitting beside each other. A quick shot there by Tatar, stopped by Grubauer. And the potential for trouble is high.
Good thing there's no emotion in the building.
Yes. Nobles plays it back across to Holzer. Up for Fodor. And Nemitz slides that back. Hulina plays it back in, and now Bittner winds around for Fodor. Leo Fodor got taken down there as Lantoshi skated through him, and he thought that was a slew foot.
Tough to break down what's against the rules and what's not right now, as everybody's stretching the boundaries.
Charasnak fires that back down the German zone. Shots are 7-5 in favor of the Slovaks. Elish up ahead for Plachta, who scored against Canada. Wagner with it now. Wagner plays it back around. Stutzla winds free and looks back for Plachta. He'd fallen. And now it's brought up by Roman. Milos Roman got spun around by Wagner there. There's a lot of stuff going on in front of the benches.
You have to watch that for coincidental minors, for too many men.
Long lead pass to Fishbook. Fishbook works in, he shoots, and it goes off the stick of Mihal Ivan, up and out of play. 8:39 to go in the first period at the World Hockey Championship in Helsinki. Little taste of what's going on around us here. We're right in the middle of the crowd here.
We are not in a press box. We are in the stands.
It's great.
It is fantastic.
This is a great old barn, we've called it, and that's what it is. A great old hockey building. That shot fired through by Daniel Schmaltz, who's back out there after being rattled earlier. Seider puts that wide. Some history for Canada in this building. It's where the Canadians won a gold medal at the 85 World Junior. Wendell Clark scored on Dominik Hasek to secure a tie against the then Czechoslovakia. That tie won them the gold medal.
Oh, Wendell making his debut at forward.
Yeah, he played forward and defense in that tournament. He'd never played forward before.
When I play with him, he can barely skate backwards. That's tough to imagine.
Now a loose puck, and it's scooped up quickly by Minarek. In 2004, Canada played here against the United States in the gold medal game. The U.S. came back in the third period to win it, their first ever gold medal at the World Junior. Fodal with it. Now scooped up and brought up by Samuel Takac, who scored that 4-2 win against France. A game that got tighter than the Slovaks might have liked. Liška slides that back, Minarek. Back across to Janešek, shoots, and that gets through, but Grubauer makes the easy save.
It has been a physical start to the game, as guys have been getting hit all over the ice, both teams giving and taking. One of those times, you know, if you wind up with speed, you have the puck, someone is going to take a run at you, not just for the purpose of eliminating you from the play. They're trying to knock you right out.
Well, as Craig Ramsey was telling us, these teams know each other well. They play a lot of tournaments against each other. Of course, they're not far away, you know, from the under 18 level, the junior level. There's lots of events and there's lots of crossover. I mean, the Slovak players play in 7 different countries.
And they also know this is 8 and 9 in the world. They are at the same level.
Right.
They are competing for the same spots. That quarterfinal, that climb up into the next echelon. They are battling each other for that.
Here's Seider with it. He got tied up there by Christoph. And now Moritz Müller. Tatar stepped into him, but hit Christoph just as hard. Now back comes Germany. Ehl puts it back into the corner. Racing to it is Soramies for Germany. Now a lead pass for Christoph. Christoph works in, but Visman took that away. And now Soramies plays it back to center ice, and Ehl got bumped by Tatar.
You know those games where even the guys who don't hit, they're hitting?
Yeah.
That's this so far.
Slavkovsky sent flying at center ice by Elish. That's a size mismatch, but Elish won it. Every move by Slavkovsky being watched very closely by the dozens of NHL executives who are here. Scouting directors, directors of player personnel, pro scouts, amateur scouts, you name it, are in attendance. And here's Nemitz on it. Nemitz is a right-hand D. Getting a lot of looks here as well. Slavkovsky. Got it along the boards now. Works it free for Milos Roman. That's poke checked away by Stutzla. And Regenda has it back and slaps it back down to the German zone. And look out, there's another pileup in front of the Slovak bench. That was Plachta and Regenda.
That was Regenda taking Plachta down after absorbing the first hit. At some point, the officials are going to make a call as it's percolating.
I think boiling might be the...
Little room for it to go. Still no? Look at this. Pospisil opens that 10-2 skating stride. It is ridiculous how he does that.
Now jumping in is Tamashi, but he's thrown down by Bittner. That pass missed Fishbrook. Back goes Ivan, and icing called against Germany.
So we're 15 minutes into the first period. I'm not sure there's been a good scoring chance yet, but there's been a whole bunch of this. Nothing wrong with his finish. He tries to put him into the German bench. Again, doesn't like it, so I'm going to maul you down on top of me as I fall. That probably should be a holding penalty or something. Stop talking to me, says Plachta, as the bench, as you mentioned it. I mean, already chatty in these games. No glass or anything in between them.
Janešek, long shot, tipped in front of Grubauer. He knocked that away from Liška. Liška back with it. Leubel tied up. German shoots, that tip wide. A good deflection there by Minarek. And Bittner goes high off the glass. Knocked down by German. He and Schmaltz collide again. And away comes Minarek. Working back in, Minarek peels back on Michaelis. And behind the goal, that center pass for Liška just missed. Takac saw him. Lischka was alone. The pass hit the back of the net.
That doesn't touch the net. It's an open net for Lischka, who's probably been Slovakia's best player in this first period. Adam Lischka has been all over the puck.
Jonas Muller up ahead to Moritz Seider. Banks it off the boards. That pass misfired for Nobles. Icing called against Germany.
Tilting the ice a little bit here. Slovakia getting some moments in the offensive zone, and puck's getting worked on their way down. Little tip from Minarek. Just over the bar. You love these ones. Kind of rolling. Got your stick opened up just outside the post. That line's been effective down around the goal line.
Face off, one back for Jonas Muller. Plays for Berlin in the DEL. They won the championship again this year, as I mentioned. Knocked out Munich in the championship series.
It's a quick turnaround. Finished playing in a
last
emotional
week.
Championship series and head right into this cauldron.
They actually accelerated that series to get it over with the time. They played 4 games in 5 days. Kristoff swings it across the tar. In, shoots, he fired, that's just wide. Now brought back by Nemetz. Chips it back down to the Germans' own Seider on it. This was Seider a couple of years ago at the World Championship, being watched by all the scouts. Slavkovsky drops that back, and the pass skipped away from Nemetz. Slavkovsky up ahead for Roman, moving in. 2:45 to go in the first period. Slavkovsky trying to dig that free. And worth pointing out, too, that for an 18-year-old, it can be hard at the World Junior Championship as Eagle shoots. At a World Championship against men, even tougher.
Yeah, but if you're looking at Slavkovsky as a top 3 pick, thinking about maybe he might play in the NHL next year, and this is the kind of players he'd be playing against.
The puck is under the Slovak player, Roman. And Holzer's kicking away at it.
Well, if you're not going to blow the whistle, I'm going to try to get it out. So that means I'm going to use my skates, my hands, my stick, or something. So, right.
Blocked it, taken down by Nemetz. They're going to get Nemetz for a cross check.
So, this is the problem, though. You let it go that long, something's going to happen.
And something just did. Power play, Germany. Simone Nemetz goes off for cross-check, and the Germans scored twice on 4 attempts against Canada, both on 5-on-3s in the third period.
I'm not exactly sure what their 5-on-4 setup looks like because they were effective at 5-on-3. We know Plachta 22 can really shoot the puck. So if they're able to get him for a one-timer look, he can score up 45 feet without much of a screen.
Getting some last-minute instructions here from Plachta. Stutzla is the centerman on this power play.
You can see Tim Stutzla taking these face-offs because face-offs weren't a real strength of his throughout the NHL year, but it's something you need to work at as you get older, stronger, to get better at it.
Schmalz trying to pull that free for Elish. The puck comes free to Minarek, who sends it back down the ice. Slovaks only shorthanded once against France, did not allow a power play goal. Here's Plachta with it. Matthias Plachta, the 30-year-old, playing in his 7th World Championship. Also a vet for the last 2 Olympics for Germany. Stutzla works in across to Schmoltz. Schmoltz back for Seider. Here comes Plachner with a hard shot. Pad saved by Rebar. And a quick look there at the shooting prowess of Matthias Plachner.
Not even a great pass or a great spot to shoot it in, but you could see the trouble Rebar had in controlling where that puck went off his pad.
Stutzla winds through center ice. Feeds it across to Schmoltz. Eilish on it now as Plachner steps up. It's bumped by him and now picked up by Eilish. And Seider has that pass go off Roman back down the ice. Final minute now of the period. And the penalty time and the time and the game clock are right in sync. So this power play will carry right through to the end as Stutzla feeds that back. Visma to Nobles. To Visma. Back from Marcel Nobles. Here's Visma. Shoots it, goes off the stick of Kristoff. Ivan can't clear it out.
Clear
Kept alive.
that puck.
Foto walks in, feeds it back. Nobles, a shot that deflected wide. Now Foto trying to center it. Across it goes to Stutzla. Tim Stutzla drops it back. Fishman for Nobles. Hard pass across. Stutzla tees it up. Fishman to Nobles. That pass across goes to Stutzla. He's tied up. And this time the Slovaks do poke it out. And the first period will come to an end scoreless in a hard-fought and often bitter opening 20 minutes.
Whew. I'm exhausted just watching that. That was an intense 20 minutes fighting for every inch of ice. We'll see who could maintain their composure better. Probably ends up having a good chance to take this game.
It's the 3rd game on day 2 of the World Hockey Championship here in Helsinki. Our first intermission is coming up.
Slovakia 8. In Tampere, the score between Team Latvia and Team Finland. After first period, 1-0. Tampereella tilanneottelussa Latvia-Suomi on ensimmäisen erän jälkeen 1-0.
Slovak player number 5 to Slovakia. Hey Thomas, have a good one. Hey, have a good one. Have a nice game, boys. Have a good one, boys. 1, 2, 3, way! Okay, boys, let's go. Go, go, go! Good job, boys! Good job, boys! Wait, Hanu. Hey, Pospisil, please help me with the jersey. Yeah. Good. I cannot see something wrong with the head over here.
Hand slow. He was focused like
Yeah. Get up! Try to get up, boys! Get up! The puck is here! Hey! Both of you! Easy! Hey! Easy! Hey! No cross checks! Weiter Mark, weiter zum Marker. Stark, Junge. Weiter Holzi, weiter Holzi. Komm, Boys, auf geht's. Komm. Weiter zum Sammy her. Weiter Kasti. Auf geht's, weiter.
It was a wide open in a lot of ways first period. Rebar faced 6 shots from Germany, but most of the action happened between the blue lines. Lots of thundering hits, and Rebar faced 8 shots from the Slovaks, but there was ill will, big hits.
Not a lot of space.
Scrums in front of the benches.
Every player wants and thrives with time and space. And the best players are the ones who can find it all the time. In that first period, it was difficult for anybody to find much.
Now the teams begin this second period 5-on-5. Germany had a late power play in the first period as Mark Michaelis picks it up. That pass is knocked down by Rosadik. Now Lantosia's shot, he put that just wide. And Christoph back to pick it up. Mentioned that the Slovaks beat Germany in the playoff round at the Beijing Olympics to advance to the quarterfinal. Germany, though, has won the last 3 meetings at the World Championship as Milos Roman gets that shot away and Grubauer knocks it away. And Germany's won 6 of the last 7 overall at the Worlds. As you mentioned, they're right in the same weight class. They've got enough players in the NHL, but the question is to get them. And when they do, it's a pretty even fight. Probably the edge of Germany this year with the likes of Seider and Stützle. And now Slavkovsky works it on Seider. And Slavkovsky stays with the puck, feeds it back across. That was knocked away by Moritz Müller. Plachta walks in, has a chance, feeds it back across. They score! Tipped in by Moritz Müller, and the Slovaks are arguing right away.
I think that hit the Slovakian defender's skate. Moritz Müller waved it off right away, said, "That wasn't me, that's on you, Plachta," as though Müller didn't touch it. And good defense on the seam pass. Slavkovsky tries to find it all the way across. And Nemitz in a bit of a tough spot. Little pick on him there, and puck able to walk all the way through. And you drive the net, you get guys in awkward spots. Janisic.
Yeah, that's off his skate.
Yep. You can always tell by the reaction of the players. Moritz Müller acknowledged that's on Plachta's goal. No chance whatsoever for Rebar. Germany first on the board.
And Plachta has now scored in back-to-back games Not how he's accustomed to doing it. Normally buries it in the back hard.
He gets that big engine running. He's a pretty good skater. Have to show some good speed to split the D.
Loibo. Lifts that back down to the Slovak zone. Oh, look out. Fishbook sent Janešek flying. Janešek lays it back down to the German zone, and as Wisman goes back, icing was waved off on the play. I think Wisman was pretty sure it was going to be called. Now lean pass, miss Schmaltz. And as Gahulowicz goes back for it, brings it back around the glass. Wisman had it taken by Lischka. In comes Lischka with a lane, shoots, and Grubauer a glove save on a moving Adam Lischka.
Lischka's been dangerous and trying to even things up after Plachta open the scoring. Nemitz gets caught a little bit wide, but he's got support down the middle, but Janešek peels off knowing that it's going to be a quick little drive by Mueller to make a 2-on-1, and it's a lot to ask. You're pivoting, you're trying to tie up the stick of the offensive player, and the puck heads right into your skates.
Rebar got up and argued right away that Janešek was knocked into him, but that wasn't the case.
No. Nothing wrong with that goal at all.
Especially if you're Germany.
Unless Nemitz wants to say he was a little subtle pick on Nemitz in the neutral zone by Nobles to kind of disrupt the positioning of the Slovakian D pair. Plachta to get the lane.
Plachta, 11th year with Mannheim. Mannheim, Munich, Berlin, the powerhouse teams, along with Cologne in the German league, although Cologne has had trouble converting regular season success into postseason success. Gahulowicz, long shot. Grubauer steers that up. Play continues.
Grubauer calling it into the mesh, but play continues on.
Low end glass here as Michal Ivan gets watched there by Eel, who knocks it back down to the Slovaks. On a race for it now. And racing in was Schmaltz for Germany. Back at the point is Holzer. We want a goal, the Slovaks are chanting.
I didn't know you could speak Slovakian. Nice.
I've been told what it means. Michaelis chips it back, and Cheresnak. Rosendiek plays it back up. Moritz Müller got stripped there by Kristoff. In comes Kristoff, flips it back across, and just missed Tatar with that pass. Tough one to handle. And Tatar goes leaping into Holzer, forces a turnover. Back at the point it goes, Rosendiek. In, tees it up and shoots. He fired that wide. Cheresnak with it. Throws it back in deep. Kristoff gets bumped there by Moritz Müller. Michaelis goes back and finds Nobles. Man, there haven't been many unfinished checks in this game, have there?
No, but the second, that's going to be a high stick, obviously. The second period has slowed somewhat.
Yeah.
Not quite as chaotic. Certainly a commitment to being physical, finishing your checks, but not quite as out of control. Kristoff trying to float one over. Tatar puts both skates and a stick as a target. Got up into his shins, just didn't sit down fast enough to get a shot off.
Janešek goes back, being watched by Plachta. Regenda puts it back down as Seider knocked that away from Slavkovsky. Worked free by Nemitz. Up for Regenda.
It's interesting to watch Seider just kind of mirror Slavkovsky, knowing who he's out there against, getting a little bit wider, a tougher handle if you give him a big gap. And the kind of awareness that the good players have over each other. Wiesman stepping right into him as well, not letting him get a head of steam.
He closely watched his next game's against Canada on Monday. Stutzla centers it, tapped wide by Elish. So they'll want to see that one, see how he plays against the NHL guys. As Stutzla moves in and shoots. and rebar. And that go off the post. Tap back by Tamashi. Ivan for Posma. There it is again.
There it is again, the 10-2 that he somehow accelerates with his skates facing opposite directions.
Now Schmaltz took that away from Janishek. Leubel slides that back to Jonas Müller across to Bittner. Bittner a centering pass that was tapped away by Ivan, and the Slovaks are off to the races. Lintner up for Ivan. Got caught up in his skates and now moved in by Pospisil. Flipped down by Bittner. It gets into rebar. He hangs onto that. And we're going to face off in the Slovak zone.
Tim Stutzla with some assists in the first game, no goals, and almost gets one here in the second period. Nice little dangle to space, throw it back out against the grain, and good job getting loose by Elish. Just about missed the one on the seam. He's got him short side, little shoulder, little post. He's watching the highlight himself.
Stutzla still showing the effects of a teammate's stick that clipped him in the mouth yesterday.
There's Plachta. We'll identify the culprit.
Yeah.
Buy him dinner, make him shakes, whatever.
Leo plays that back, and a long shot taken by Moritz Müller. Puck still loose, rebar down, and he finally has it. 1-0 Germany leads here in the second period.
Hundreds of volunteers are working on this tournament, making sure that we can all be here and have an amazing time. In each game, we want to thank one volunteer who's making it possible for us to make miracles together. This lady right here next to me, she is working in the info biz. She has information about everything and everyone, so that's a lot of information. Let's give the warmest and biggest and loudest round of applause to Mari Puhala.
And meantime, in Tampere, Latvia has a 1-0 lead on the host Finns in the second period.
This tournament never goes according to the seeding throughout.
Rosendiek sends that back, and that shot taken by Cheresnak is gloved by Grubauer.
We mentioned the 2 games previous, and I was always a guy who was somewhat finicky about the ice. Liked when it was fast and it was clean, and say watching this game halfway through the third game, ice looks good. Not an issue at all for the players, the wear and tear.
Right.
Heading into our 8th period of intense games with fans, doors opening up and closing, changing over the fans and everything else.
Face off won by Michaelis. And Seider has that pass picked off, and now Fodel pumps it ahead. Leo Fodel gets a step on Cheresnak. Fodel walks in, drops it back, and a shot by Nobles. Rebound, score! Fodel taps it home. There was a penalty coming to the Slovaks, but the Germans have made it a 2-0 lead.
The teammates in Berlin show their chemistry, connecting for the second goal of the night for Germany. Another neutral zone play where Slovak gets caught up ice. Ozandic can't get back. A little attempted hook by Matoshi on the back check, but good pass by Fodel to get it over to Nobles' save, but then rebound right there. Stop it on the play, staying above the puck, outside the crease. And quicker to it, Cheresnak. Good goal. Work up ice to get the opportunity down in the offensive end.
Well, a German win here would really scramble things early on. You have the Slovaks and Germans both at 1-1. Moritz Müller down for Plachta. Picked out by Nemitz. Up for Slavkovsky. He's got Roman with him. Slavkovsky to Roman. In shoots. Grubauer makes the stop. Nice pass by Slavkovsky to Roman. Back across it goes to Ivan. And Michal Ivan had that shot blocked. Jonas Müller has that pass. Look out, go off a stick and rock into the Slovak bench.
Well, there was a great opportunity set up by Slavkovsky, recognizing Nemitz to Slavkovsky, a couple kids off the races, and using his reach to slide it through the triangle holder to Roman. And alone trying to go above the pad, below the glove, and just misses his spot by about 2 inches too low. And that one would have been past Grubauer, who looks much better in this game than he did last night against Canada.
Right.
More comfortable beyond just not having the goals against. He just looks a little bit more settled, under control.
Right. Centering pass, knocked away from Leubel, but now he pokes it into Fishbook, in shoots, and that's knocked away the blocker by Rebar. Tony Soderholm, the German coach, was cautiously optimistic about the group he's got here. He's got the core of veteran players, in addition of the likes of Seider and Stutzla. Kind of excited.
And if they get good goaltending from Grubauer, a veteran guy who has had some great moments in his career.
They're also waiting potentially on 3 more young players to come. J.J. Peterka, who's with the Buffalo Sabres farm team. You've got Lucas Reichel, who's with Chicago's American League team, and Gaverka with Winnipeg American League team. So they've held some spots for them, but clearly for him, getting a player like Seider is a huge difference maker as the Slovaks ice the puck.
Yeah, and I love how Seider and Stutz committed early. No doubt about in their minds that they were going to come and take part in this, and they got themselves up 2-0 against Slovakia. Plachta on a bit of a broken play off Janisic's skate, and then a give and go, grab the rebound. Fordel makes it 2. And has his fans singing and dancing more than usual. Germans fans behind Philip Grubauer right now, taking up basically the entire end section in behind Philip Grubauer.
Well, and this is a feature of German hockey that you see at their league games.
Yep.
The fans stand and chant and sing in unison. There's actually song coordinators and chant coordinators. And the Slovaks answer right back. Ooh, big hit in the corner by Stutzla as he stepped into Gahulin. That's, as you said, guys who don't normally hit are hitting here tonight. Elish bumped into Gahulin. That's the pass picked off by Stutzla. Walks it and shoots and ripped that just wide. Centered by Elish. Knocked down by Ivan for Lishka. Across to Tatar. Teams that have scored first have won every game so far. Rosendig in for Lantoshi, fires that down. Grubauer leaves it there.
I'll send these guys some videotape of the Florida Panthers playing then. Need to work on their comebacks.
Yeah. Slavkovsky around Holzer, drops it off, and comes Lantoshi with a shot, rebound. Kristoff turned away by Grubauer.
Didn't get enough on it. Rolling puck.
Rosendig in for Lantoshi. Had a good chance for the Slovaks. Kristoff sent that back to the point, but Chereznak wasn't there yet, and has to retreat to pick it up the Slovak blue line. Slavkovsky snaps that pass across. Nemitz in, shoots and fired that wide.
We're starting to see Slavkovsky make some inroads offensively. The most dangerous chances have come off plays set up on his stick.
Nine and a half to go in the second period. Back goes Nemitz for it. Nemitz.
Look out.
Again, they got a stick on that, but it nearly missed a Slovak staffer on the bench. 2-0, Germany leads here in the second period. Boy, the bronze medal glow still on the Slovakian.
Yep.
And you think about what that meant to them to get out of the Olympics. Two of the greatest celebrations I've ever seen of the World Junior were in 1999 in Winnipeg and 2015 in Toronto when the Slovaks won bronze medals there. A small country, dwarfed by its neighbors. Pospisil in, shoots and fired that wide. But a competitive hockey country as Grubauer kicks it. That wraparound try, score! Pospisil, and the Slovaks are back in it.
And if there's a guy in Slovakia you want to pivot around the net quickly, it's Pospisil. We've been marveling at his edge work and his unique way of skating, and he tucks this one in far side very quickly. First he challenges him with a top glove shot, higher riser. Stays with it, shot wide. Now watch him here, watch his feet. Just opening him up. Quick edge work, recognize Grubauer chased the point shot a little bit wide and able to get that one quickly around the front of the net. It's so easy to send that one all the way back across without getting over the goal line, but Pospisil tucks it in to get Slovakia on the board.
Now the Slovak fans are back in it. Liška. Torga Hulinac. German had it knocked away by Eel. Jahalinitz with the hit from behind as he knocked down Soramis, and the referee at center ice called the penalty, and we'll see what he's going to call here.
We'll see. Hulinac. 2 minutes for boarding. Probably the right call, as it was a hard punch shove in the back as opposed to a charge kind of from behind. And so Germany will go to the power play. Slow the momentum from Pospisil's goal. Craig Ramsey, the coach, was a tremendous defensive player in his NHL career.
Won the Selke Trophy in his last year in the league.
I think he'd be able to diagram some effective penalty killing.
Blocked up, drops it back to Seider. For Stützle on the German power play. In comes Stützle, walks right in and fires. Save made by Riebauer. And Riebauer hangs on to the loose puck in front as Elish and Schmoltz were looking for the rebound.
You're gonna have to give up something if they have full possession on the power play, and you probably would be willing to take Stützle on his strong side, dragging a puck to the middle and trying Riebauer with good protection and around him. Riebauer able to make the save and corral the rebound.
German's been right in the middle of things today. A couple of thundering hits in the first period. Plachta. Tied up along the boards. Roman to the point, but not out. Seider fishes that out for Stutzla. Back to Seider, right on the line. To Stutzla. Rink wide. Plachta sends it back in front. Tipped wide by Schmaltz.
Schmaltz just got clipped with a high stick.
Yeah, another penalty coming to the Slovaks. And as Roman touches up, this will be a two-man advantage
Slash
for Germany.
Schmaltz reacted strongly. I didn't really see it. Mikhail Ivan being told it was him on the slash. He's protesting as though it wasn't. Great idea on the seam play here by Plachta. Send it back across. Oh, it's German who, as he's extricating his stick from the skates of Elish, comes across and, oh, hang on.
They got the wrong guy.
Well, they got the wrong guy for starters. And it wasn't Ivan at all, but if we see that again, and the Slovakian bench is livid at the German bench right now. You got guys up on the edge of the bench yelling across.
Janacek to the line. Sent back in by Seider. So a two-man advantage for a minute and 20 here. Plachta to Seider. Seider has a look and shoots. Fired that high and wide.
They scored 2 on the 5-on-3 against Canada.
Right. And Seider winds it out. Leaves it there for Stutzla. Stutzla, oh, what a move there. Walks right in. Stutzla feeds it back in front. That's knocked away. As Manara got a stick on that. And the puck goes into the German bench. The faceoff will stay in the Slovak zone.
Good job by Mirnik to get all net. Stutzla rush. Trying to score quickly, not set it up, and Mirnik back to take it away. Kristoff out now for the face-off in the defensive zone.
Against Stutzla. Stutzla wins it cleanly back to Seider to Plachta. Plachta. Seider. Thodel. Stutzla.
The high roll for Plachta. He scored a goal like this last game.
Trying to get free. Stutzla drops it off to Seider. Plachta slaps it back across for Thodel. Couldn't handle that pass.
2 in a row, though. That if guys handle it clean, they have an empty net.
And a whistle down the ice by Rosanich. Plachta across to Nobles. Nobles back for Stutzla. To the point to Plachta. First man's on. It's a 5-on-4 now for 30 seconds. And Gahulanets send it back to center ice.
Janacek and Stutzla having a nice conversation headed up the ice as well. Exchanging slashes.
A key moment in the game here for the Slovaks. If they can hold off this long power play, including the 5-on-3. Seider to Thodel. Back to Seider, that chipped away. The chance now shorthanded. Regenda getting it behind Seider. And Seider able to hold him off for a moment. Now Regenda back with it. Regenda works in, and Seider bumped him off the puck. Ooh, that was close.
That was everything but taking a penalty. Good work by Seider to get back and do just enough.
And Regenda fires it back down. So the Slovaks survive. Trail by 1 here. Schmaltz feeds it back in. Rebar with it. Slavkovsky was bottled up. Now a centering pass, and Michaelis just missed. Visma back at the point to Moritz Seider. Throws it right back down to the Slovak zone. Schmaltz plays it back around inside 5 to go in the second period. Long shot by Fishbook goes off the stick. Up and out of play. Slovaks survive and now continue to trail by 1. The ice hall in Helsinki has been rollicking tonight in the stands and on the ice. And you know the players feed off the energy, right? I mean,
yeah, even if you don't hear it, you feel it. And you can't help them hear it and feel it in here tonight.
Nemitz plays it around to Michal Ivan. And that long shoot in, stopped by Grubauer. Ivan. Wrongfully convicted a moment ago. Spins back. Nemitz. Wrist shot goes off the leg and chipped up by Eel. And racing back is Lantoshi, the forward, to take that away from Eel. Nemitz drops it back for Tatar. Ivan. And Ivan lifts that back to the corner as Tatar goes after it. Tomas Tatar. Knocked down there in the vicinity of Bittner. Fishbook, rink wide pass to Leubel. Leubel throws that towards the goal. Bouncing puck goes wide off the skate of Schmaltz. Another chances. Rebar makes the stop. Loose in front of Fishbook. Couldn't get a shot away. And now Pospisil. Banks it ahead for Tamashi. In comes Tamashi. Drops it back. Pospisil in. Shoots. That was blocked. As Bittner got in the way. Rosendich spins back as both teams change. Rosendich drops that back for Roman. Loose puck sits it for a moment. Cheresnak sends it back. It's loose in front. Bittner knocks that away. He's been out there a while. Long way from the bench here in the second period is Slafkovsky up for Roman. To Slafkovsky, works it and shoots. And that goes off Stutzla, up and out of play.
You feel the Slovak fans rise every time Slafkovsky gets around it. And this was a job by Seider. So a little, not really, but a good stick, and then maybe a little pull in the hands, but not much there. Eventually he just steps into with a little shove in the back. Could have been called, but not. One thing you like about Mo Seider, he does play with an edge.
Oh, yeah. Lishak with a pass down. The shot turned away by Grubauer. And the Germans ice the puck. 2:43 to go in the second period. As Plachta has a word with his goaltender.
Grubauer kind of shocked the NHL world by signing the extension last summer with the expansion Seattle Kraken, coming off a great year with Colorado. I think Colorado thought he was going to re-sign with them. Left them kind of high and dry, and they had to go out and trade for Darcy Kemper.
Lishak walks out of the corner and shoots. That was blocked, and the puck goes wide of the goal. They're going to call play here with the puck out of sight.
Lishak is listed about 185 pounds. He is playing much larger than that in this game. He has won his share of battles on the forecheck. He's taken it to the net, found some open ice when there has been a little out there. Paid the price with it, and he's got some repairs on his upper lip.
Plays for Cherapovitz this year in the KHL.
1 year in Kitchener, so played in Canada in the OHL.
Samuel Takac works it loose in the corner. Now picked up by Moritz Mueller. Seider up for Nobles. And Fodel had that knocked away. Now picked up by Lischka. In comes Lischka, trying to drop that across, gets his own pass back. Now Moritz Mueller back on it. The German captain finds Mark Michaelis. Rink wide to Fodel. Leo Fodel gets tied up in the corner by Janishek. And Tatar plays it around. Fodel. Down to Michaelis. And now Tatar has it back for Slovakia. They break out 4 wide. Tatar. Winds back, slides it down to Janicic. Janicic shoots, Grubauer save, rebound, Kristoff turned away again. First one stopped by Grubauer, the second was blocked. Slovaks get fresh legs on the ice. Chance now for Lantoshi, loose in front and shoots. And that deflected just wide. German, long shot, picked up by Tatar. Tomas Tatar drops that down, and now the goaltender, Grubauer's lost his stick. Lantoshi fired just wide. Grubauer still didn't have it. German center the quick chance, but Kristoff turned away. Lantoshi walks it, he fires, it was partly blocked by Wiesman.
Well, Sonic just shot Grubauer's stick behind the net. That should be an interference penalty. He got away with it. And eventually a call was made.
Kastner was tangled up there with Kristoff.
You are not allowed to shoot the opposition stick away.
In fact, you can't even pass it towards your own player.
No, you cannot. Unless it's broken. And so things got a little wild in the last sequence for Slovakia. And there's the hold. Yeah, absolutely. Kastner gets up and under Kristoff, and he heads to the box.
Well, Soderholm wants a word here about...
Well, it's a very clear rule. There's no gray area
It's
there.
interference.
Grubauer wants to head over to the corner of his net to grab his stick, where Sondic shoves it to the backboard so he can't get it as easily. I get why he does it. It's just not allowed.
So the Slovaks in the power play, they were 1 for 4 against France.
Soderholm giving an earful to the official about that very situation.
Tatar had the power play goal for the Slovaks against France. Not up there at the moment. The second unit's on just 33 seconds to go in the period, so this power play may straddle the intermission, which takes some of the steam out of it. Nemitz has that knocked down by Loivo, but it's kept alive. And now Slavkovsky. Slavkovsky feeds it across. Pospisil, a shot. And Grubauer makes the save.
Dismissively.
Yes.
Get that garbage out of here. We're going to need to shoot it harder than that. Pospisil is what Grubauer is saying with that glove save. Yeah, double push, tracks it easy. Nah, nothing. So the referee's untucking the jerseys. They're not supposed to fall into your pants.
Right.
So,
and they're strict about that here.
And they were originally strict about that in the NHL too, but not so much anymore.
Grubauer knocks it away. 15 seconds to go in the second period. Pospisil. Long wrist shot was blocked. Michaelis got in the way. Now Tomashi, a long shot. And Grubauer makes that stop, and there's some more pushing and shoving. A little late tap there. Shot from Regenda.
And Grubauer returned the favor. And if you're Slovakia, you love it. You want the goalie agitated, emotional, taking shots at us, shooting the puck down the ice after he makes a save. See, Regenda tries to tip the puck. Little tap, which goalies never appreciate. So 6 seconds left here in the period. You're looking to get a win. Ideally, Tatar out there on the right point for a one-timer. Kristoff's looking to pull to Terasnak, quickly over to Tatar for a one-timer.
That wasn't done fairly.
Well, clock didn't move, we're okay.
Terasnak drops it down to Lantoshi, and Grubauer freezes that at the horn. There'll be 1 minute and 27 seconds of power play time to carry over for the Slovaks into a tight third period.
We got some goals. We didn't see a real decrease in the intensity of this game. Emotions have been high all night. Grubauer has been really good for Germany, locked in, taking a 1-goal lead into the intermission.
2-1, the Germans lead. You're watching the 2022 World Hockey Championship. Our second intermission is coming up.
Finns at full strength. Joukkueen Suomessa.
Yeah, let's give it another one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, whip! My boys, let's go! Go, go, go! Easy! Easy, boys! As long as they want to play, we'll let them play and be careful with the dirty ones.
That's a dangerous play.
I have a 2-minute warning. Easy, easy. Watch the blue here, hey! With the body, boys. Hey! Hey! Hey, be careful! Hey! 87! It's up to me, Moritz, okay? It's not you who decide, okay?
He has the puck in his glove.
Yeah, but you know how it is.
more.
You always want to go for the puck. I have that one, Grui. But it's just when you block it, it comes. Yeah. Trust me.
Auf Samuel, hey? Big Kill jetzt. Auf geht's weiter, Sammy.
Germany starts the third period. Short-handed.
Patrick Rebar's allowed 2 goals on 13 shots through 2 periods for Slovakia. His team, though, hangs in it. A goal by Pospisil midway through that period on Filip Grubauer. And now the Slovaks will start the third period with 1 minute and 27 seconds of power play time.
And we know that power plays that straddle and intermission are generally less effective.
Well, the face-off's at center ice, so you're 25 seconds at least away from being set up in the offensive zone.
And you're slightly cooled down from the emotion and the vibe of the game, so you got to ramp yourself back up. And sometimes, while flat ice, fresh ice is nice, it's also tricky to make plays because the puck does scoot on you.
Teresnak on this top power play unit for Slovakia. Slides that back to Tatar. Tomáš Tatar for Lantoshi. Brings it back around. Held by Kristoff, down to Tatar. The Slovaks are set up. Moritz Müller falls on the puck.
Getting a penalty here to Tatar? No.
No, it's to Germany. Lantoshi drops that back for Teresnak.
Put it to the net. Put it to the net.
And now Seider's stick snaps it out as he touches the puck, and so the Slovaks will get another 5-on-3 in this hockey game. 46 seconds. They survived the German 5-on-3 in the second.
And that was Moritz Müller putting his hand over the puck when he got pushed from behind, dragged it underneath his body, trying to kill some time. He was looking for a cross-check or a boarding call on Tatar. He got neither. There's the shove, and there you see him cover with his hand.
The puck, yeah. So.
And I like that. I think that's an appropriate call. You're in a battle there, you're getting shoved from behind, sure, but you can't just pick it up and put it in your pocket. So here we go. What an opportunity.
Yeah. Germany had a 5-on-3 just after the Slovaks had scored. And so a two-man advantage for 46 seconds.
Got to win the face-off.
Kristoff does. Lantoshi. Back to Tatar. Chance to tie it up here. Lantoshi. Back to Tatar for Chereznak. Slavkovsky parked right in front. Kristoff with it. Seider sprawled in the crease. Kristoff lines that back for Chereznak. Cross for Tatar to the goal line for Lantoshi. That was knocked away by Seider. Now Tatar. Off for Chereznak. Chereznak down to Kristoff. And again, Seider sprawls in the crease. Tatar feeds it across. Chereznak hammers that shot, blocked by Leubel. Final seconds of the first German penalty. Chereznak for Tatar. Back to Chereznak. Leans on that shot. It deflected wide as Leubel got in the way of that. And now the first penalty to Kastner is over. Still in the power play for 1:11 of the Slovaks. Chereznak down to Kristoff. Kristoff to Lantoshi. Back for Chereznak. Cross it goes to Tatar for Chereznak. Lantoshi walks in and shoots. That's blocked, this time by Wagner. And the Germans play it out. Boy, 3 shot blocks there, that penalty kill for the Germans.
Well done by Leubel, who took a couple heavy ones from Chereznak. He's feeling it on the bench, but lots of pats on the back from his teammates.
No shots so far for the Slovaks on this power play that has 35 seconds remaining. A golden opportunity here to tie this game. Nemitz a long shot, and Grubauer will hang on to that with Tomashi looking for it.
Not one touch for Slavkovsky in that entire sequence. You got him standing in front of the net, maybe screening. There's Leubel taking one. That stings, but you do what you got to do to block that shot. Stays with it. Here's another one. Take that in the side of the thigh as well. And guys on the bench certainly do appreciate you throwing yourself in harm's way.
Tomashi gets the face off. Regenda, Pospisil. Back to Nemitz. Pospisil, Nemitz. Slides it back across, and that shot taken by Lunter is blocked. Nemitz holds the line for Slovakia. Back to Pospisil, who has the Slovak goal. To the goal mouth he goes. That semi-pass for Tomashi skipped away. And now Pospisil hammers the shot on goal, and Grubauer makes the stop. 1 second to go in the Slovak power play.
I guess that was the closest thing to a good look by Pospisil. Angled one-timer. He gets a lot on it. Grubauer, though, no one to worry about. Not looking through any traffic. You expect your goaltender to make a save unless it's a world-class shot. He's able to squeeze this one down in his chest. And you're right, what an opportunity for Slovakia. They really didn't threaten more than just one and done. Give the penalty kills for Germany some credit for making life tough on them.
Moritz Müller steps back on to the team's even strength. 2-1 Germany leads. German across to Ivan. Back to German. A long wrist shot hit a skate in front. Wagner got hit again. And Plachta lifts it back out. Back goes German, being shadowed there by Stützle. Stützle wins that battle for the puck. Walks that back for Bittner. And Bittner down for Plachta, but it's knocked away by Ivan. Elish centers it. That's chipped high by Plachta. Stützle pivots away from Tomashi. And again, back at the point. Bittner fanning that shot, and he goes back down to the German zone. Bittner, long lead pass, Kodal chips that down in the Slovak zone. The Hulinets plays it back around, and Roman settles it down for the Slovaks. Regenda tried to poke that by Wiesman, but he stuck with him, and Wiesman plays it back to center ice. That's knocked down by Janishek. Jonas Müller has a turnover. Roman plays that back down to Regenda. And Regenda was knocked off the puck by Jonas Müller. Chereznak, long wrist shot, and Grubauer got a piece of that on the way by. And now the pass by Visman broken up by Slafkovsky.
Very careful, almost put his hand on it again as well in the corner.
Rosendic drops it back. Regenda fluttered that wide of the goal. Cheresnak steps up now. Slafkovsky centers it. Regenda fired that wide. Rosendic takes a bump, plays it back for Cheresnak. Down to Roman. Jonas Miller shoved down Regenda at the end of the shift. Fodor works back in. The Slovak fans are hollering about that. Now back at the point, Moritz Miller cued that wide. Fishbook back for Seiner. That deflects across to Miller. And Moritz Miller a shot. Rebar got a piece of that. Number 5 gone here in the third period. Miller back to Fishbook, shoots on a bouncing puck. Moved ahead slowly by Kastner. And back down to the Slovak zone it goes. Poked ahead by Liška. Eel plays it back around. Here's Takac with it. And Takac can't get a handle on that. Holzer back around. Wagner. Liška has it taken away by Soromis. And there aren't many parts of the ice that have not been contested tonight.
And both teams playing up on their toes. Germany not really sitting back either despite the 1-goal lead.
Here's Nemitz with it. The 18-year-old, a top 10 rated prospect for the upcoming draft. Stützle for Elish. He got squeezed along the boards by Pospisil. Now Plachta trying to work it free. Pospisil got bumped there by Jonas Miller. Was brought back the other way by Tomashi. Tomashi drops that back. Luther had his pass almost intercepted. Now Stützle does take it away. He's got Plachta with him. In comes Tim Stützle. Walks in, holds, waits for help to come off the bench. Stützle drops it down to Plachta. Elish with the puck in the corner. Fights off Luther. Not many parts of the stands that aren't contested either.
That is great. Fun.
Slafkovsky high off the glass. Wagner trying to knock it down. It's scooped up by Holzer. Verbinian Holzer, his 7th World Championship. Also a 2-time Olympian for the Germans. Plays it back down. Michal Ivan out to center ice. Regenda tied up by Wagner. Now Fishbook taps that back to Holzer. Back to center ice it goes and down to the Slovak zone. 8 gone here and Holzer lined up Ivan. Now Slafkovsky steps into Jonas Miller. Pulls the puck free. Slafkovsky feeds that back for Cheresnak. And it goes back to center ice, where it's tapped across by Rosendic. Holzer. High in the air, Cheresnak.
Kristoff didn't want to handle it with his hand. He thought he'd chest it down like a soccer ball.
Schmaltz lifts it high in the air. Long time between whistles here in the third period. Jonas Miller moves in for Eel. In, shoots. Save made by Rebar. At the line, held by Seiner, who fires it back in. Lantoshi drops it back for Cheresnak. And Rosendic fires it back down the German zone. And away comes Moritz Seider. The young Detroit star fires that down. It's picked up by Plachta. Tried to center it for Elish. That was knocked away. Plachta in for Stützle. Lost the handle. Liška up for Ivan. And Ivan chips it by Wagner. Wisma away from Lischka. Back around for Wagner. Up to Plachta. He's got Stutzla streaking head. Goes rink wide instead for Wisma. In comes Wiesman, drops it back. That's picked off, and back comes Slovakia the other way. Samuel Takac works in, shoots, and Grubauer makes the stop and is able to hang on. It remains a 2-1 lead for Germany here in the third period. .23 to go. Can the Slovak fans coax their team into a tying goal?
No shortage of energy being put out in the crowd anyways. I think at some point they're running 10 minutes left in the game. Does Slovakia have to get a little bit more aggressive, pressing up on the forecheck? They're still sending one, but waiting to see what he does before they send the second support forechecker.
Now Fodor pokes that away from Janaszek. Fodor throws that towards the goal, knocked away by Rybar. Pospisil works it back. Nobles broke his stick and had to head off. And now Pospisil moves out. Bumps into Illich at center ice. And Tamashi moves it back ahead. Holzer stepped into him. Here's Jonas Müller. Back across to Illich. Jonas Müller back across to Holzer. Hit the linesman. The puck stays on side. Illich has to retreat to pick it back up. Jonas Müller up for Plachta. Matthias Plachta winds his way through the offensive zone. Flips that for Illich. A long shot. And Rybar makes the save and hangs on. 9:29 to go here in the third period. You're watching the 2022 World Hockey Championship. Dust Blues Brothers are in the house.
That's the sequel. Blues Brothers take over Europe.
In comes Tatar with it. Forlan Toshi, Tomasz Tatar. And that bounce away from Cheresnak, pokes at it, keeps it alive. Rosendic drops it back to Christoph, to Rosendic. Puts it across to Cheresnak, across he goes. Tatar shoots. Off-speed shot, gloved by Philipp Grubauer, the German netminder.
Trying to find a way to get something of quality. Not much to speak of for Slovakia at 5-on-5 here in the third period. And had a shot. Grubauer has been rock solid. Brave Ramsey always trying to squeeze out a little bit more offense from this team. Playing hard, playing defense. Or maybe Slovakia, who had all the answers in the Olympics, can find one here.
Led that Olympic tournament with 7 goals in 7 games.
I think everyone watched that as well, though, and they're paying very close attention to him now on the ice. He's not sneaking up on anybody.
Shots are 26-16 in favor of the Slovaks.
Yeah.
Well, you think about some power play opportunities that got away. Jonas Muller walks in. That's poked away by Roman. And Slavkovsky goes right over Kostner. Regenda back across. That shot from Mihaly Ivan goes high. Nemeth steps up. Played back in deep. Fabio Wagner back for Germany.
Ooh, that was close to going over. Cut just the top of the glass.
Now stolen by Soromis. In with Eel. And poked away by Ivan. Nemeth swings back. 8 to go here in the third period. Germany led the game 2-0 on goals by Plachta and Fodel early in the second period. Christian Pospisil tied it up midway through the period. And here we are. 2-1, Germany leads. Both teams have had a 5-on-3 in the game. Leubel got bottled up there, but plays it back to center ice. Knocked down by Janusik. In comes Lischka. Drops that back at the point, held by Janusik. Shoots it back in deep. Wiesmann back to pick it up for Germany, being watched there by Pospisil. Pospisil wins the puck, but Leubel steals that pass. Leubel banks it back down to the Slovak zone. German goes back, takes a bump, but has the loose puck for Janusik. And here is Christoph with it. Toshi fires that down to the German zone. Seider goes back, and they're going to call this icing against the Slovaks. Get the microscope out for that one.
They do call the icing line specifically quite a bit tighter internationally than they do in the NHL, and that one was maybe even tight by international standards. The Germans will be happy to take an offensive zone face-off and catch their breath. Another minute not having to defend.
Michaelis wins that face-off back to Moritz Müller. Looks down for Michaelis. Janusik stepped in front of that. Fodel back in the corner for Nobles. And here's Tatar with it. Tomasz Tatar. Up ahead for Christoph. Christoph holds. Lantoshi walks in and shoots. Grubauer save. Rebound loose in front.
Oh, he had Thomas Tatar so wide open on the back door. 4-on-3, perfectly executed. Just slide it over. Slide it over. And it's a tap in.
German also couldn't corral the rebound there, so a good look for the Slovaks, but not as good as they'd like. Now that pass misfires for the Germans, and a race for it, and they will call icing late.
That's a good call. Again, they got there first.
So now the Germans can't change.
Lantoshi, what do you think about this one? Little drop and go play. German pushes Seider back, but look at Tatar.
Oh.
Look at Tatar, and there's a lane. Now you got to find a way to get it through the first body, but if you can, anything over there. Good pass, bad pass, flutterer, you name it. Lantoshi never really sees it. He's got his eye on the. Now you got to get that past. Michaelis coming in there, but boy, Tatar was open.
Face off, won by Roman. Now the bouncing puck poked at by Regenda. Here comes Slavkovsky. Gets around Jonas Müller. Stays on it. Tries to poke that back. Glove down by Stutzla. He gets by Cheresnak. In comes Tim Stutzla. Rosendietz steps into him. Elish worked that free. Slavkovsky. Try to squeeze that by Jonas Müller. Loose at center ice. And Regenda couldn't corral the bouncing puck. Now Roman comes in to help out, but Stutzla comes back the other way. And Stutzla screaming at the official.
Gotta play. Can't be yelling for a penalty there. You gotta keep playing.
Nemitz plays it around. Pospisil hooks that back. And kicked ahead by Minarek. In comes Jakub Minarek. Falls in the corner but gets it to Pospisil. And now Nemitz a long shot and Grubauer kicks that away. Pospisil back on it. At the point is Nemitz. Nemitz takes the return pass, taps it across to Ivan. Mihal Ivan. Rink wide to Pospisil. Drops it back. Nemitz a shot. Hit a leg in front and deflected wide. Inside 5 to go in the third period. Pospisil back for Nemitz. And Simon Nemitz's pass goes off Plachta and back down to the Slovak line. In comes Pospisil. Tied up by Leubel. Pospisil backhands it ahead for German. Knocked away from him, and the Germans move it back to the Slovak line. Christoph, a full head of steam in across the line. He comes to Lantoshi. For the trailer, trying to find Janusik. That pass knocked away. Soramis. Played that ahead, but the puck bounces into the German bench. 4:15 to go in the third period. Germany continues to lead 1-0 here in Helsinki. Well, the Slovaks have had their chances here in the third period, but can't find the equalizer. 4:15 to go in the third. And they'll send out their top line after the TV timeout. Seider off the face-off win, can't clear it out. Tereznak back across to Rosendic. Tereznak steps into that and hit a leg in front. Seider blocked that. Now it's kept alive by Rosendic again. Shoots. Fired that wide. Moritz Müller fights off Lantoshi, but Lantoshi wins that battle for the puck. Lantoshi lays it back around Christoph. Back for Tatar with a shot. And he looks skyward as Grubauer makes the save.
That's a good sequence for Slovakia. Starting with the one face-off. Get control and then good forecheck. Keep the pressure alive. Tatar likes that spot, backing up, doesn't quite get everything on the wrister. As Grubauer very aggressive off the line to make the save.
Jonas Müller. Michaelis plays that. It goes back down to the German zone as that bounced into a player's bench. So face off right back down to the German end.
There's not a lot of glass on the player's bench side as the bench goes about 15, 20 feet inside the blue line. So selling one in there will happen. Take advantage of your Slovakia here. Try to win a face-off, get possession.
Holzer picks up the puck off the face-off win by Michaelis. And now Slavkovsky trying to poke that head. It was knocked away from him. 3.5 to go in the third period. Nemitz around the Roma. Slovaks looking for the equalizer. They've got two 18-year-olds on the ice. Slavkovsky and Nemitz. And Slavkovsky works in. And that was called offside at the German line, but you couldn't hear the whistle in the din in here.
Ali Ivan trying to join the rush, trying to drag the foot, but not quite enough as Slavkovsky has been tightly marked in this game. When he tries to wind it up, Germany's done a good job having a very tight gap where he can't get his head of speed. As Germany calling a timeout.
Yeah.
Did I hear that properly?
That's what we said.
Soderholm just calming things down. Still a few minutes left in this game. And he doesn't want to spend the entire time in his own end defending, so making plays. I think he's encouraged them, don't attack aggressively, but push up the ice when there's a clear. Don't sit back and let them come back at you. Get up the ice, tighten up the gap, and then back in when Slovakia starts to attack.
The face-off will be just outside the German line. Moritz Seider once again logs major minutes for the Germans. The top defenseman in last year's World Championship. 3:17 to go, so we'll keep an eye on Patrick Rybar in the Slovak goal to see when Craig Ramsey would want to pull him. As of right now, he's got the hold sign. German plays it back around. Seider shortens up to hack that, and once again called offside at the German line. And basically Ramsey's gone down to a two-line attack here. He's alternating the Christoph line and the Roman line.
Nothing to save it for. Slovakia played yesterday, they get tomorrow off.
Now he's sent out his third line.
I don't mind, Lishka's been quite good for Slovakia. I wouldn't mind him on the ice at this point.
Big face-off win by Maximilian Kastner. And Moritz Müller looks ahead to Elish, who sweeps that down to the Slovak zone. 3 to go here in the third period. Janešek. Up ahead for Liška. Now Janešek goes to the other side to German. Pospisil gains center ice and tried to bank that by Seider, but Seider got in the way. Plachta's got it back. Seider backhands it back towards the Slovak zone. Ivan picks it up. And now Ramsey taking a look down at Rybar, but the Slovaks can't gain the entry here as Tatar swings back.
That's what Soderholm was talking about, though. Get up the ice, challenge earlier. Don't just concede the blue line.
Lantoshi gains center ice and fires it down. Picked up by Lantoshi. Back at the point for Ivan. Swings it back across. Rosendic back for Christoph. Shoots. Net is empty now. Rybar makes his way to the bench. Michaelis picks up the puck and bangs it back down to the Slovak zone. And Ivan goes back with Michaelis being aggressive up the ice. Inside 2 to go in the third period. 6 skaters on 5 for the Slovaks. And now they'll buy some time for a line change to be completed. Roman moves it ahead for Pospisil. Regenda racing to it. 2 Germans converge on him. And a 6-man battle for the puck in the corner. Chereznek trying to poke that free. Kastner's basically sprawled the puck. And finally pulled out by Roman. Back for Nemetz. Nemetz to Slavkovsky. Back in the corner, Pospisil sends it back in front. Regenda couldn't get a shot away. Pospisil, a centering pass. It's knocked down the ice by Elish. That'll be icing against the Germans. 52.9 seconds to go in the face-off. Back in the German zone.
That was a hellacious battle down in the corner of 20 seconds. They got Kastner out there as a defensive centerman in Tim Stutzler's usual spot, trying to finish off this game, and we'll see if Slovakia is going to call their timeout. Their guys would have to be tired after that scrum if these are the guys you want on the ice. No, Craig Ramsey, no, go. He was waving it off. He didn't want to call it. He was trying to wave it off. He wanted the tired group of defenders more than he wanted to rest his offensive guys.
By the way, Finns have come back to beat Latvia 2-1 in Tampere.
That's tight for the home team.
All right, so a timeout call by the Slovaks.
Starts with a winning the face-off. If you're Slovakia, not only what you're going to do if you win it, but maybe as importantly what you do if you don't. Just try to keep the puck in the offensive zone. Get to pick what side you want the face-off to go on, off an icing.
So Kristoff will take the face-off against Kastner. 6 skaters on 5, 52.9 seconds left in the third period.
5 forwards for Slovakia, loading it up.
Scramble, draw, and fired down the ice by the Germans again as Pospisil hustles back, icing called. Well, Blackman could really shoot it, and he hammered it down the ice there.
That was a one-timer off the draw. Bolzer get this thing out of here.
Kastner wins another face-off. Holzer can't get it by Cheresnak. Back in deep it goes. Kastner gathers it up. Lantoshi steps into him. Slavkovsky trying to poke it free, and again a scrum in the corner.
It's Kastner's specialty, just sitting on
They're
it.
standing on the puck, and they finally poke it free. And Kastner grabs it again. And finally the play called, 24.7 seconds left. Sticks up now. Jonas Miller into it.
Tomas Tatar said enough of this. He went in there pitchforking, chopping everything down, trying to get that puck loose, which is the inevitable progression. You're going to let the guys stand on it for that long. Guys will chop progressively harder until they get a piece of it. Tatar's visor
took the worst of that.
Needs an adjustment, defogging. 25 seconds left. Both teams have used their timeout. And then that big scrum. Here comes Tatar. Coming down over top of Flakta.
Germans will make a change here. Leubel will come out to take the face-off against Kristoff. And the face-off won cleanly by Kristoff. Cheresnak back for Tatar. Tomas Tatar to the goal mouth, knocked away by Seider. Leubel tries to knock it out. Kristoff back for Cheresnak to Pospisil. Final seconds now of the period. Pospisil swings it back across. Kristoff bats at it. Cheresnak with it. Cheresnak trying to play it back across. Kristoff drops it back. Pospisil can't hold it. And the Germans will hang on to win it by a score of 2-1 in a hard-fought Day 2 battle at the World Hockey Championship. Well,
hard fought is right. That first period set the tone. Very physical, intense, emotional. Right, they're still going at it. Tim Stutzla on the red line, exchanging words. Slovakia pushed right to the end, but the defensive strength for Germany was impressive the last 10 minutes, where they didn't advance the puck much, but they didn't give up much either.
Final shots 29-16 in favor of Slovakia. The Slovaks had their chances at a 5-on-3.
That's the one that they'll look back to. They didn't get enough done. Minute and a half, midway through the third period, and didn't really threaten at all on that power play.
And now we'll get the player of the game presentations and then the German national anthem.
The best players of each team will be awarded with the official watch by Tiso, the official timekeeper of the 2022 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championships. Molempien joukkueiden parhaat pelaajat palkitsee Tiso, vuonna 2022 IIHF MM-kisojen virallinen ajanantaja. The reward for the best players from both teams will be presented by molempien joukkueiden parhaan pelaajan palkinnon tulee jakamaan IIHF Event Manager Florian Mayer. The best player Slovakian joukkueen paras pelaaja, number 23, Adam Lisa.
Yeah, I like that. He was good in a game where it was greasy and grindy. He was comfortable playing like that. Got a lot done.
The next player of Team Germany, Slovakian joukkueen paras pelaaja, number 30.
There's the Grubauer chant that goes up.
And they needed him to be good. He looked much more comfortable in net tonight than he did last night against Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please rise on the national anthem of the winning team, Germany. Arvoisa yleisö, jos pystyy pyydän nousemaan ylös kuulemaan voittajoukkue Saksan kansallishyymnin. The 2022 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship tournament will continue tomorrow in Helsinki at 12:20 p.m. with the Team Italy against Team Canada. Welcome. Vuoden 2022 IIHF jääkiekko-MM-kisat jatkuvat huomenna Helsingissä ottelulla Italia-Kanada kello 12:20. Tervetuloa.
Christian, you scored the lone goal for Slovakia tonight. A great wraparound. Quite the celebration, too, banging into the boards afterwards. What was going through your mind after that goal?
You know, like, we play PK 5 against 3, so there was a little bit pumped for us that we defend that PK, so I just was like so pumped that we scored. It was 2 against 1 and we were in the game, so we just tried to finish the game hard way and right way. So just didn't end up how we want, but we're just gonna keep going through the tournament.
A tight battle against Germany tonight, and your next game comes against Canada. They beat Germany 5-3. They are the defending champions. What's the mindset heading into that game? Arguably the toughest competition in Group A.
Oh, I mean, for sure we know that they're going to come hard and they have a good team, but we're going to focus on ourselves and play our way to play our game, and that's the most important thing for us. Just go shift by shift from the start, and for sure we're going to do that, and we're going to compete hard.
You and Germany have plenty of history on the international level. Did that affect the intensity and physicality tonight?
Ťažko povedať, každý zápas je iný, ale určite ideme do toho zápasu, do každého jednoho, že chceme vyhrať. Čiže takisto to bolo aj dneska. Bohužiaľ sa to nepodarilo, ale určite, ako vravím, chceme ísť do ďalšieho zápasu s tým, že ideme vyhrať zápas.
Thank you.
Ďakujem. Thank you.
Marcel, you helped make it 2-0 tonight, setting up Leo Photo. You two are line mates on Eisbären Berlin. How does that experience playing together affect your play in a tournament like this?
It's awesome because it's pretty easy. We played for a few years together now. I think the chemistry is it's been there for a while. Tony's been putting us together every tournament we play, and today we helped the team to have the victory over Slovakia.
A physical game against Slovakia tonight. In the past year, these two teams have seen a lot of each other. The Deutschland Cup, the Olympics, now with the Worlds. Does that history add to the intensity?
Yes, it's always a battle of one goal. Basically, we kind of win and lose games, but it's been really tight the last couple games. And I think after we lost at the Olympics, a really important game against Slovakia, we got those 3 points today, what makes the start in a tournament really, really good for us.
Philipp Grubauer, named player of the game, allowed just 1 goal on 29 shots. How pivotal was he in helping secure tonight's win?
He's awesome every game. He gives us a chance to win. I think Gruby has been awesome the whole year. I'm really happy for him. We got the win today for him, and hopefully there's a couple more to come.
Your next game comes against France on Monday. That's a team Slovakia beat 4-2 Friday. How does tonight's win provide confidence for that next game?
In German? Ja, es hilft auf jeden Fall, gut ins Turnier zu starten. Ich glaube, 3 Punkte aus den ersten beiden Spielen ist sehr, sehr wichtig. Und gegen Frankreich wollen wir natürlich nachlegen und die nächsten 3 Punkte einfahren.
Marcel, thank you.
Thank you. See ya.
Thank you.
Matthias Manu.